Hundreds were out this past weekend to take part in the second annual Lyme Walk Niagara. Participants gathered at the International Flatwater Center in Welland for the walk that was organized by two courageous young ladies who have seen the effects of Lyme disease firsthand.
Since we've started this walk last year, we've had a lot of people contact us about how to get testing and how to get proper treatment for the disease. So that's why we really want to make this awareness so that people know where to go to contact and find information about this disease.
Just how debilitating was it for you at its worst?
I was basically bedridden, couldn't get out of bed, couldn't think, I had trouble speaking, I needed a wheelchair because I couldn't walk. I felt like I had the flu every day with fevers and just a lot of pain.
Well, for me, I went 5 years undiagnosed, and I could never answer people's questions as to why I was in a wheelchair, why I couldn't come to school, why I was so sick all the time. So it was really frustrating that I didn't have the answers for myself or everyone questioning why I was in a wheelchair. Some days I could walk, some days I could run, some days I couldn't even get out of bed. And it was really frustrating not to know why, and no doctors could give me the answers. They would always tell me you have symptoms like or such as, but they would never actually give me a diagnosis.
Alicia, Mariah, and their team of volunteers were hoping to raise $8,000 at the walk. Funds will then be donated to the G. Magnata Foundation for vector-borne diseases. The foundation is named after Gabe Magnata, who passed away after a courageous battle with Lyme disease. Since his passing, his wife Rosanna has become a passionate advocate for families struggling with Lyme disease.
I felt that I needed to do something. So after my husband passed away, of course I was devastated, and I just felt that I didn't have anything else left. But after a while I realized that I could fight or I could go away, and I decided to fight. I decided to fight in a way that I wanted to make sure that no one else would feel what I went through and see what I went through anymore, not in this country of Canada. So what happens is if a patient goes elsewhere to get a test done in the U.S., let's say it's in an accredited laboratory in the U.S., you come back to Canada, they go, oh sorry, we can't treat you because you have a positive American test, and we can only respond to Canadian testing. So that poor person is now stuck with no doctor and no treatment in this country.
A medical workshop was scheduled to take place after the walk. Dr. Rick Spoonogle traveled from Florida to give his insight to those on hand. Spoonogle has treated many patients from Niagara at his Florida Wellness Institute.
They all get the same treatment pretty much once they're diagnosed by LMDs, Lyme literate doctors. It's kind of a robotic thing that's being taught. Drugs for bugs, it doesn't work. You cannot conquer this disease without an immune system that has the kill power God intended. And that kill power has been shut down through brain dysfunction from environmental toxins. I've proven this in thousands of patients with mathematical biomarkers.
How happy are you today to see some of your patients up and active?
Oh, it's very heartfelt, you know. I cried a little bit last night when we went out to dinner with a few of the families, and you know, to remember them coming in the wheelchair the first day, and it's just great to see them out running and playing sports and doing things, you know.
Those on hand expressed frustration with the lack of proper testing, as well as the high rate of misdiagnosis by the medical community. Here's hoping that events like the Lyme Walk will keep this important conversation going. In Niagara, you're watching The Source.